Tonight, we do have breaking news as we come on the air. Donald Trump versus Nikki Haley, the results from the New Hampshire primary. Also, the storms, cars swept away, homes destroyed, and the Boeing 757 passenger plane. What another pilot noticed right before the Delta flight was about to take off. First tonight, that breaking news coming in now from New Hampshire, the battle between Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. Rachel Scott standing by with the results. The state of emergency in California, cars swept away, vehicles piled up on top of one another. The historic and sudden flooding in San Diego. Will Carr live in the storm zone. Tonight, bracing for ice, snow, flooding elsewhere. 24 states at this hour, from Texas to Georgia up to the Northeast. And then the major change coming. Ginger Zee is here. The stunning images tonight, the huge waves slamming a U.S. Army base. Water smashing through the doors of a dining hall. People knocked off their feet. That Delta passenger plane and what that other pilot noticed about the jet right before it was about to take off from Atlanta, the alarming message sent to the pilots. Tonight, the U.S. launching new airstrikes, this time inside Iraq, targeting Iranian-backed militants after recent attacks targeting U.S. troops. Tonight, our Martha Raddatz, one-on-one, pressing the Iranian foreign minister. The Israel-Hamas war tonight, 24 Israeli soldiers have been killed. The chain reaction of explosions inside Gaza. Matt Gupman with late reporting. Back in the U.S., we have breaking news in the case of the young woman who was shot and killed when the car she was riding in turned into the wrong driveway by mistake in upstate New York. What a jury has just decided about that homeowner. Tonight, the NBA star Tristan Thompson sidelined, suspended 25 games for violating the league's anti-drug policy. The Oscar nominations are in. The movie leading the pack with 13 nominations. The actress tonight making history. And two of the biggest snubs making headlines, too. Also tonight here, we remember a legendary newsman. Millions of Americans spent their Sunday mornings with him.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you tonight. We do begin with the breaking news, the New Hampshire primary, Donald Trump versus Nikki Haley. We do have a winner tonight, and ABC's Rachel Scott on the ground in New Hampshire.
The polls are now closed in New Hampshire, and ABC News projects former President Donald Trump has defeated his sole remaining Republican challenger, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley.
Now, you've all heard the chatter among the political class. They're falling all over themselves, saying this race is over. Well, I have news for all of them. New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go.
It comes after a day of record turnout, lines sneaking around gymnasiums, voters waiting to cast their ballot. This morning in Londonderry, Trump making a surprise visit to a polling location.
I'm very confident.
In the closing hours, Trump predicting a landslide victory that would lock up the Republican nomination.
We started off with 13, and now we're down to 2 people. And I think one person will be gone probably tomorrow. And the other one will be gone in November.
But Haley poured her energy and resources into this state, staking her campaign on a strong showing.
Governor, how are you feeling heading into this final day here? Do you feel confident that you can close this gap?
We're excited. I mean, this is what Election Day it's all about.
Haley insisting win or lose tonight, she would stay in the race.
Don't give up. I won't.
Heading on to the South Carolina primary. And after that, Super Tuesday.
Former President Trump last night said he'll probably drop out today. What's your response to that? I don't do what he tells me to do. I've never done what he tells me to do.
Trump telling me he's not concerned.
Mr. President, Haley says that she's staying in through Super Tuesday.
I don't care.
Is she a threat to you?
No, and I don't care if she stays in. Let her do whatever she wants. It doesn't matter.
Haley counted on independent voters to lift her up today in New Hampshire. People like stay-at-home mom Sarah Barley.
I will do anything to not vote for Donald Trump.
Why?
I think he's a total con man, and I'll do anything to make sure he doesn't get voted in.
But Maya Harvey, a die-hard supporter of the former president, telling me New Hampshire is Trump country.
Are you all but certain that Trump will be the nominee?
Absolutely. I mean, there's blue-collar, hardworking, good people here in New Hampshire. You see them everywhere, and they're all coming out to support the president.
Again, New Hampshire has spoken. ABC News projecting that Donald Trump has won the Republican primary. Tonight, Nikki Haley vowing to stay in the race, insisting that she is just getting started. It came on a day of heavy turnout, and we should note that Democrats also had a primary in New Hampshire today, too. President Biden winning that in a landslide. David.
A lot riding on the New Hampshire primary tonight. Rachel Scott leading us off. Rachel, thank you. Our coverage of the New Hampshire primary begins on our digital channel, ABC News Live. I'll be leading our streaming coverage with Lindsay Davis, our powerhouse political team here as well. So stay with ABC News for the results of the New Hampshire primary. But we do continue with the news tonight, and 24 states are on alert for flooding, snow and ice from Texas to Georgia to the Northeast. And tonight, that state of emergency in San Diego County after historic rains. Cars swept away, homes destroyed. Tonight, look at the map. Winter weather alerts for the Northeast and the Great Lakes, ice and snow from Michigan to New York to Massachusetts. And after days of heavy rain across the eastern half of the country, the flood threat now in the deep south. And as I mentioned tonight, San Diego reeling from the most rain in a single day in almost 100 years there. Roads flooded, homes underwater, hundreds of high water rescues. Vehicles piled on top of one another tonight. Ginger Zee is tracking what's now coming for the country. And ABC's Will Carr from San Diego now.
Tonight, new video showing the frightening moments floodwaters ravaged parts of San Diego.
Oh my God.
Sweeping away cars, inundating homes. Monday's rainfall, the most in one day in almost 100 years.
This dumping of rainwater is unprecedented. None of us alive have seen anything quite like this.
Hundreds of people rescued. A massive cleanup now underway. Vehicles piled on top of one another. Sherry Gogue's National City home damaged for the second time in a year.
We're devastated. My husband just retired, and we were planning on great things in this house, and now we have to rebuild.
Neighbor Rosie Delgado making this plea.
We really need help. The city really needs to help us. We don't have a place where to stay.
Tonight, authorities say it is remarkable that nobody was killed with the extent of the damage here. And David, there are two more storm systems moving into California this week. More dangerous weather on the way. David.
More storms for California. Will Carr live in San Diego. Will, thanks to you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee. She's tracking the rest of the country for us as well. Ginger, what are you seeing?
David, when all that moisture meets the cold air, that's when we've got problems, like a winter weather advisory here tonight all the way through Vermont. But on the southern side of these systems, it is just a deluge for the flood-watched areas that include Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and definitely Louisiana. You're going to see rounds of rain the next couple of days that could end up with 3 to 8 inches. That is a major flash flood threat. The western half tonight through early tomorrow, and then tomorrow it's the eastern half of that bubble. Dangerous winds and also tornadoes, and then that warm-up, David, will end in the 50s here in New York City this week, the 60s for Washington, D.C.
That'll be quite something. Ginger Zee back with us tonight. Thanks as always, Ginger. We're going to turn now to the stunning images, the massive waves slamming a U.S. military base, home to some of the Army's most sophisticated space tracking equipment. Look at the video tonight. Waves smashing through the doors of the U.S. Army base on the Marshall Islands in the West Pacific, crashing right through the windows there, knocking people off their feet. Here's Trevor Ault tonight.
Keep the door closed. Whoa! Tonight, recovery efforts underway after this terrifying video capturing an extreme wave hitting a U.S. Army base in the Marshall Islands. The wave striking Roy Namor Island Saturday night, home to some of the U.S. Army's most sophisticated space tracking equipment. The force of the water plowing through the doors. Another wave rushing in, taking out the windows. Get out of here! Pitching everyone into darkness as the lights go out. The Army saying only a few minor injuries were sustained, but about 80 people were evacuated to the nearby Kwajalein Atoll. The Army now assessing the damage by air, finding massive damage to the island's infrastructure and multiple areas under standing water. The Marshall Islands is a nation of low-lying islands and atolls, halfway between Hawaii and Australia. It's considered the front lines of climate change as rising sea levels contribute to powerful waves and flooding. These images showing damage to the chapel and dining facility.
This is going to go down in Quad's history books as one of its most challenging times ever in its 80-year history.
And David, tonight the Army says recovery at this base could take months. David.
Trevor Ault with us tonight. Trevor, thank you. We turn now to the emergency at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta. The Delta passenger plane about to take off. and what another pilot noticed about that plane. The alarming message then sent to the pilots of the passenger jet. And here's Stephanie Ramos.
Tonight, a Delta flight that was taxiing for takeoff from Atlanta bound for Colombia getting this alarming message from a plane nearby.
One of your nose tires just came off. It just rolled off the runway behind you.
The nose wheel falling off of the Boeing 757 and then rolling down an embankment at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport around 11:15 Saturday morning.
You have located the tire.
Yes, sir. It was in the safety area on the south shoulder.
Delta says passengers on Flight 982 were removed from the aircraft and transferred to the gate. They were later moved onto a replacement aircraft. While experts say this was likely a maintenance issue, it's the latest in a series of incidents relating to a Boeing aircraft just this month.
Oh my God, it's on fire.
Sparks shooting from the engine of an Atlas Air Boeing 747 cargo plane departing Miami International Airport last week. And an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 forced to make an emergency landing when a door plug detached 16,000 feet in the air. Boeing's MAX 9s now temporarily grounded.
Boeing's CEO is reportedly meeting with lawmakers on Capitol Hill tomorrow to answer questions. David.
It surely will be heated. Stephanie Ramos, thank you, Steph. There's also news tonight, the U.S. launching new airstrikes, this time inside Iraq, targeting Iranian-backed militants in Iraq. Of course, it comes after recent attacks targeting U.S. troops. And tonight, our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, one-on-one, pressing Iran's foreign minister.
Tonight, the U.S. launching strikes on Iran-backed militants inside Iraq, direct retaliation for attacks on American military there over the weekend. It follows days of widespread U.S. retaliatory strikes on the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen. We ask Iran's foreign minister about the targeting of commercial and U.S. Navy ships.
Are those attacks you support?
This is the decision that the Yemenis have made in support of the people of Palestine. I think what they did and the decision is a brave one.
But the minister denies Iran is giving Houthi rebels weapons despite evidence.
The Pentagon sent out pictures of those weapons showing they were from Iran.
This is a show that they put on TV. If the United States has any information about this, then they have to provide the documents to us.
The U.S. has warned Iran not to escalate the situation, but the minister told us that may well happen.
It is highly possible that the war can spill over and to the other parts of the region. It is very likely that it will widen.
What do you think the chances are that Iran and the U.S. will be at war?
We don't really want the war, the scope of the war, to expand. You cannot continue the war in the Gaza and the West Bank to militarily engage with the Yemen and then still talk about how you don't want the war to widen.
But we don't really want a war. That really stood out. Martha Raddatz with us here in New York. And I know the U.S. is warning it's prepared to take further action to protect American troops and facilities. But what more do we know about the targets hit tonight by the U.S.?
They hit a storage facility where there were drones and missiles and rockets, they say, a headquarters and a training facility. But this is going to go on for a long time, David, these strikes and counterstrikes, because it's not yet working.
All right, Martha Raddatz here, and I know you'll be here for our New Hampshire primary coverage later this evening. I'll see you then. In the meantime, we continue here tonight, and we turn to the deadliest day for Israeli troops since the war with Hamas began. 24 Israeli soldiers killed. ABC's Matt Gupman in Israel tonight.
Israel reeling tonight after losing 21 soldiers in that attack in the Gaza Strip. According to the IDF, a unit of reserve soldiers was preparing to demolish a pair of two-story buildings in Gaza Monday in the buffer zone Israel is carving out near its border. Hamas video showing the moment its fighters fired an anti-tank missile that would trigger a chain reaction and then a massive explosion. Israel's chief of staff at the scene today announcing an investigation has begun with 24 soldiers killed yesterday. It was the deadliest day for Israel since the war began. It comes as Israel lays siege to Gaza's second largest city. Bombs exploding over the skyline and bullets piercing the area's largest hospital. Inside the hospital, this boy's sister killed. He screams, "Don't tell me my sister is dead. I want to play with her." The streets filled with the echoes of machine guns, families now fleeing, some running hand in hand, bundles under their arms, cars piled high with bedding, others moving on donkey carts. And with hunger now soaring in Gaza, Qatari mediators are saying that worsening humanitarian conditions in Gaza are now complicating efforts to negotiate a ceasefire and hostage release. David.
Matt Gutman live in Tel Aviv again tonight. Matt, thank you. When we come back here, there is breaking news coming in now. You'll remember the case of the young woman who was shot and killed when the car she was riding in turned into the wrong driveway by mistake. What a jury has just decided about that homeowner. And tonight here, we remember a famous newsman. Millions woke up with him on Sunday morning. Tonight, the verdict just in the deadly shooting of a young woman. She was a passenger in a car, shot and killed when the car she was riding in turned into the wrong driveway by mistake in upstate New York in Washington County. The homeowner, Kevin Monahan, has been found guilty of murder. The jury deliberating less than an hour. 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis was shot in the neck with a shotgun blast, riding with several friends. They were trying to find another home. The homeowner had claimed the gun fired accidentally. When we come back here tonight, remembering a legendary newsman who spent decades on Sunday mornings, still saying, "I'll see you on the radio," and the NBA star sidelined tonight. To the index of other news, and NBA star Tristan Thompson has been suspended for 25 games for violating the league's anti-drug policy. NBA officials say he tested positive for 2 performance-enhancing drugs. The 15-year veteran now playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We learned today that veteran journalist Charles Osgood has died, the longtime host of CBS Sunday Morning and the Osgood File.
Good morning. I'm Charles Osgood, and this is Sunday Morning.
Decades on radio and TV, more than 22 years on Sunday Morning. His family says he died at 91, battling dementia. A supremely gifted writer and poet known for his trademark bow ties and his signature sign-off, "I'll see you on the radio." Charles Osgood was 91, and of course, we're thinking of his family and, of course, his CBS News family as well down the street. When we come back here tonight, the Oscar nominations are out. The history already made. The movie, 13 nominations, and the 2 big snubs tonight.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for more than 150 years.
Finally tonight, the Oscar nominations are in, history made. And what about Barbie? The actress, the director, both snubbed. The actor who played Ken nominated. And he's not happy tonight. Tonight, the Oscar nominations are in.
That's happening, isn't it?
The 96th Academy Awards.
The world will remember this day.
10 movies nominated for Best Picture. Oppenheimer leading with 13 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Cillian Murphy, Best Supporting Actress, Emily Blunt, and Best Director, Christopher Nolan, who has never won before. Action! Also nominated, Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. His 10th nomination, the most nominated living director of all time.
That's how you are.
And in the movie, actress Lily Gladstone, becoming the first Native American to earn a Best Actress nomination.
I don't even know if you love me anymore.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
And tonight, Barbie, the top-grossing movie of 2023, 8 nominations, including Best Picture.
So cool.
Best Supporting Actor for Ryan Gosling as Ken.
I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be 10.
But 2 omissions from that movie getting a lot of attention tonight.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Margot Robbie, not nominated for her portrayal of Barbie.
It's perfect, right?
And the director, Greta Gerwig, not nominated for director. Margot Robbie did get a nomination as producer on the film, and Gerwig nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. The Academy Awards, March 10th on ABC. Actor Ryan Gosling, by the way, saying there's no Ken without Barbie and no movie without Greta Gerwig. To say I'm disappointed, he said, would be an understatement. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.